Can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless at it.
Is Queen Camilla really being sidelined by the royal family after Prince Harry dropped a bombshell revelation? Whispers suggest her status within the monarchy is in jeopardy. Could this be the end of her royal journey? You won't believe what insiders are saying. Hit subscribe to stay updated. Whispers echoing through the palace walls suggest that Queen Camilla might be facing the unthinkable, a potential ban from royal gatherings. The cause? A shocking revelation by none other than Prince Harry. According to royal insiders, Harry's explosive claims have stirred up a storm, placing Camilla's position within the royal family in jeopardy. But what could Harry have possibly said that would spark such drastic measures? Sources close to the situation reveal that Harry's comments painted Camilla in a light no one expected, as a mastermind pulling strings behind the scenes, a narrative that many royal watchers are struggling to comprehend. I'm 75 now and I can't remember anybody. The palace remains tight-lipped. Rumors suggest that tensions have reached a breaking point. Could this truly be the end of Camilla's royal role? And if so, what did Prince Harry reveal that could be powerful enough to threaten the Queen Consort's position? Stay tuned, because this story is only beginning to unfold, and the consequences may be more devastating than anyone anticipated. Prince Harry's memoir Spare was a bombshell in more ways than one. In a particularly revealing interview, Harry did the unthinkable. He called Camilla the villain. That single word sent shockwaves through the monarchy, shattering the public's carefully cultivated perception of Camilla. In the interview, Harry didn't hold back. He described Camilla as the third person in his parents' marriage, echoing his late mother Diana's infamous words. The implication? That Camilla had played a far more calculated role in gaining her royal status than anyone had previously suspected. There were troubling comments about, there was concern about his skin color, right? Wouldn't you describe that? But Harry didn't stop there. He alleged that Camilla had rehabilitated her public image at the expense of other family members, including himself and his brother William. To many, this was a clear accusation that Camilla's quest for acceptance had left a trail of emotional casualties within the family. The fallout was immediate. King Charles reportedly felt blindsided by Harry's blunt portrayal of his wife, while Camilla found herself thrust into a new wave of public scrutiny. Royal insiders claimed that the Queen Consort was visibly shaken by Harry's comments, and for good reason. The word villain had reignited old wounds, casting a dark shadow over her hard-won royal reputation. Behind the gilded palace doors, the atmosphere was tense. According to sources, King Charles was deeply troubled by Harry's revelations. For years, he had worked tirelessly to integrate Camilla into the royal fold, Queen Consort. There was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that. And now, his son's accusations threatened to unravel everything. In response, the palace reportedly launched into damage control mode. Security around Camilla was quietly increased. Public appearances became more calculated, with Camilla noticeably absent from key events. The whispers grew louder. Was the Queen Consort being sidelined in response to Harry's allegations? Palace staff noted a distinct shift in Camilla's demeanor. The once confident and poised Queen Consort now appeared withdrawn and guarded during public outings. Meanwhile, the palace's communication team scrambled to maintain a united front, insisting that Camilla's absence was due to prior commitments or health concerns. Yet insiders claimed that the real reason was far more complicated. Harry's words had reopened old wounds, and the palace was grappling with how to contain the fallout. People will get fed up, and all these young feel nothing is ever happening. So of course they're going to get frustrated. Could the royal family truly afford to keep Camilla in the spotlight amid growing public backlash? Or was it time to quietly ease her out of the picture? Prince Harry's memoir was explosive, but what if it wasn't the whole story? According to insiders, a secret chapter that never made it to print contains damning revelations about Queen Camilla, claims that could potentially shatter her reputation. Sources allege that the unpublished chapter details how Camilla allegedly used media leaks to manipulate public perception. Harry has long been vocal about the palace's cozy relationship with the press, accusing certain family members of trading private stories for favorable coverage. But in this secret chapter, Harry allegedly takes it a step further, pointing the finger directly at Camilla. The allegations are startling. According to Harry, Camilla's camp deliberately spread damaging stories about Meghan Markle to distract from her own controversies. The timing was impeccable. Just as negative press about Camilla began to surface, reports of Meghan's alleged misbehavior suddenly dominated the headlines. Coincidence? Or a calculated move by Camilla to deflect attention? But I know that in the position I'm in, that's what's required of me to do. And according to royal insiders, Harry is convinced it was the latter. If the secret chapter ever sees the light of day, it could paint Camilla as a mastermind who used her influence to undermine Meghan, all while bolstering her own standing in the royal hierarchy. But what happens if Harry decides to release this explosive chapter? And how would the public react to a portrayal of Camilla as a manipulative figure willing to sacrifice family for personal gain? Implications could be devastating, and the monarchy knows it. As the rumors of Camilla's alleged media manipulation swirled, another shocking revelation surfaced: the existence of a secret recording. According to palace insiders, Prince Harry has been holding on to this recording for years, and its contents could change everything. All disasters are not going to stop happening, so there will always be the alleged recording. Reportedly, it captures Camilla making disparaging remarks about Meghan Markle and even the late Queen. The setting: a private gathering at Clarence House, where Camilla allegedly referred to Meghan as that American troublemaker and suggested that the Queen was too frail to see clearly. For Harry, this recording was more than just a casual conversation. It was proof of what he had been saying all along. According to sources, he played the recording for King Charles and Princess and during a private meeting. The reaction: stunned silence. King Charles, caught between his wife and his son, reportedly struggled to process the revelations. Meanwhile, Camilla allegedly tried to downplay the comments as offhand remarks taken out of context. But the damage was done. The recording had irrevocably altered the dynamics within the royal family, and Camilla's position was hanging by a thread. The confrontation was inevitable. And that's how you have to be so careful that you give them a spread of things to do. In a tense meeting at Windsor Castle, King Charles, Queen Camilla, and Prince Harry faced off. According to palace insiders, Harry presented more evidence, including the secret recording. Camilla reportedly lost her composure, accusing Harry of trying to ruin her reputation. Harry, in turn, insisted that he was simply revealing the truth. King Charles, torn between his wife and son, could only watch as the situation spiraled out of control. But the turning point came when Camilla allegedly snapped, telling Harry to leave the past where it should be. "Your mother is not coming back." Those words reportedly sealed her fate. According to sources, King Charles decided then and there that changes would have to be made to Camilla's royal role, changes that would effectively isolate her from the rest of the family. After the confrontation, the palace reportedly implemented a strategy. Any respect needed to deal with it, not least of all because of the silent treatment. Camilla's absence from key family gatherings became conspicuous. Behind closed doors, her role was being quietly diminished. At Prince George's private birthday celebration, she was notably absent. Staff members were instructed to offer vague excuses, citing prior commitments or minor health concerns. But royal watchers saw through the facade. The Queen Consort was being phased out. Meanwhile, at Buckingham Palace, her personal items were discreetly moved to her official quarters, away from family areas. The message was clear: Camilla was no longer considered part of the royal inner circle. After the explosive confrontation at Windsor Castle, the royal family reportedly devised a new strategy to handle the escalating tension, a strategy rooted in silence. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this. Unlike previous royal scandals that were met with official statements and public defenses, the approach this time was subtle but undeniable. Camilla's absence from key royal events became glaringly obvious, a calculated move to quietly phase her out of the spotlight without causing a public spectacle. The first significant sign was her absence from Prince George's private birthday celebration. As the Queen Consort, Camilla was expected to be front and center, yet she was nowhere to be seen. Staff members were instructed to offer vague explanations, such as prior commitments or minor health concerns. But royal watchers were not convinced. For someone who had been such a prominent figure at family gatherings, her absence sent a powerful message. Was she being deliberately sidelined? Next, Camilla's public appearances became less frequent and more controlled. At Buckingham Palace, Her personal belongings were quietly moved from family quarters to her official residence. One longtime royal staffer reportedly noticed that rooms where Camilla once entertained guests had been subtly redecorated, as if to erase traces of her presence. Even the seating arrangements at public events raised eyebrows. During the annual Remembrance Sunday service, Camilla was positioned noticeably apart from other senior royals, a deliberate move that royal insiders interpreted as a clear sign of her diminishing status. But the question remained, was this a permanent decision or a temporary cooling-off period? Would Camilla eventually reclaim her position as queen consort, or was she being quietly relegated to the sidelines for good? For now, the palace continues to maintain its silence. But one thing is certain, Camilla's royal future hangs by a thread. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal updates.